Welcome back, episode 88 of Brick Shots with Billy Antonio, the Michael Irvin episode. Tonio, how you feeling? Again, representing the SIP hard. Also representing Brick Shots with Billy Antonio with some merch that we got. If I wasn't so poor, we would definitely have more as of right now. I'm just a little financial struggle for right now. But other than that, Tonio, how you doing?
I'm a little. That's all right, Chris. I'm a little upset with my state, man. Could have got Tater up out of there today, but they was 400,000 people didn't vote. I need for everybody to listen up real quick. I know we're gonna get serious. Hey, man, get out and vote. That's all I gotta say. Get out and vote. If you want changes, be the change. Chris, we'll transition into that dope T-shirt you got on. Man, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, that's tough.
That is nice.
Everything's good. I just still got a little bit of sunburn from the parade on last Friday?
Yeah. 500,000 people apparently at that thing.
500 to 700 is what the Arlington PD predicted. So
ain't none of these motherfuckers got jobs? What's going on?
Matt, I'm glad. Fun story about Matt. Matt said, yeah, time didn't change for me. Y'all gonna be so far ahead of me. And I was like, bro, stop lying. And I Googled it. Arizona does not. They do not do time change. And I was just like, that sucks. But you made it. Matt, what's good? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing. I just got back from traveling for work for the last 2 days. Pretty much lost my voice. Been talking for 2 days straight. So here I am talking some more.
See, I think what you should do is just Wednesdays, just make that your easy day of the week.
I can.
You can get off early.
I wish. I don't make the rules.
That's fair.
You can break them, though.
Oh, I definitely can.
Billy, how you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing good. So Lorelai, she's done with softball. We were supposed to do she's getting into dance now, so and I'm not the coach for this one, so thank God I can just kind of watch her do her thing.
Ain't gonna be no fighting with no other coaches, huh?
What's that?
Ain't gonna be no more fighting with other coaches, huh?
Nah, not for this sport. But I said, no, let's give her a week off of doing something so she could kind of like be a kid for a second. I don't want to just push the sports stuff on her and just make her do a bunch of stuff that she's going to end up hating in a couple years. So next week is going to be her dance, and I'll definitely let you guys know how that's going to go. But we do, to start the show off, we do have a kind of special presentation. We ain't really done one before in this kind of manner, but we're going to go ahead and give the floor to Chris and let him kind of talk for a second at least. Just give us a heads up when you're good, Chris, and then we'll take you off the solo thing. But as of right now, here's Chris.
So this is on the back of the Rangers winning the World Series, went to the championship parade Friday. This might be the first and last time we ever start the show off with a baseball-related topic. But the little cliche to start out, but they say you never forget your first love, and for me, that was baseball. A lot of my early memories are baseball-related, and a lot of those were due to my dad. He coached me in Little League. When I first started playing Little League baseball, he was the assistant coach. My uncle was the head coach. And then from there up until I got into high school, he would take me out to practice on occasion. He would be at my games down the third baseline, first baseline. And a lot of those early memories are baseball related, and my love for the game grew and developed strictly because of my dad. He went to his first game in 1978. He took me to my first game either in 04 or 05 with that Rangers team. That was the team that I really started to fall in love with again as a fan, with Blaylock, Soriano, Young, Teixeira, an all-star infield, complete sluggers. Winning the World Series was like a a complete circle moment. My grandpa unfortunately passed away before the season. He wasn't able to see the Rangers go and take it, as was their slogan all year. And my dad was able to see that. And as happy as I was for me, everybody saw my reaction live when that high outside curveball was caught in frame for strike 3 and Boris threw his glove down and we won the World Series. Everybody saw how happy I was. I was happier for my dad. He got to witness something that he had dreamed about for decades. The only time the Rangers ever had a team that was even close to being on that level was our 2 World Series teams over a decade ago, and we came up short both times. Prior to that, the 94 strike shortened season was the only other time that the team was remotely good enough to compete on that level. And I'm definitely excited for me. I mean, I already got my World Series swag, but I'm as equally, if not more, excited that my dad, regardless of what happens for the rest of his life, he can say he got to see our team, the Texas Rangers, become World Series champions. So just wanted to say thank you to my dad for teaching me everything I know about baseball and helping develop this love that has caused one of the happiest moments of my life. Love you, Pops.
Just greatness.
It is. It is, man. And like I told y'all, and me and Billy been telling y'all for a minute, we regular dudes, but we also friends and family on this show, man. Like, and hearing something like that, we always gonna let Chris rock forever, man. Shout out to Pops for taking you out there and giving you that love for baseball, man. That's dope. I ain't gonna lie. I always dreamed of getting coached by somebody in my family. It never happened to me, but that would be so dope, bro. Like, just be coached.
It wasn't all positives.
Like, and that's why. Like, if I mess up, I know I'm gonna hear about it. But I probably would have took that in stride, bro. Like, just think about it. Somebody random coaching you and telling you, "Hey, man, you messing up."
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, bro. I'll beat your ass.
Let's just say my dad wasn't as cool with Billy about it. He wanted to teach the game, but winning was the number one priority, and he let everybody know, from us to the parents, I'm trying to win this. So if you're not helping me win, you're not gonna see the field much unless it's a blow-out.
Well,
I respect it.
That was in Little League.
When my daughter's not 3 years old, yes, I'm going to be concerned with winning. But as of right now, she needs to know how to swing a bat, okay?
And let's move right along, because like I said, Chris, anytime it happens to anybody on this show, on BRICKshottas, Bill Antonio, like I said, we're a family, and we're going to share that. And I like that shit a lot.
That was great.
Yeah, I definitely want to get into a team that's never been about winning since the 90s. Sorry, Chris.
We got a sorry Chris segment.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. The Cowboys signed Martavius Bryant, and I just want to know why.
I can tell you why. I can easily tell you why.
Thank you.
Jerry Jones has always had this problem where he don't want to give up draft picks, because to him, if you can draft a team and develop a team, it shows how smart you are as a general manager. So when Jerry says, like, yeah, we're willing to make deals and I'm a deal maker, that's what I do. But then you don't ever want to give up draft picks to make the deals to bring in the players that can help you get wins.
You got Trey Lance.
When you do, in the case of Amari Cooper, you trade his ass away so you can recoup the draft picks.
Oh,
like, what are you doing? And then we sign a guy that hasn't been active in the NFL 5 years. The Raiders were still in Oakland when this motherfucker last played. And Jerry thinks he's going to sign a receiver when we desperately need a wide receiver too. And this is going to be the guy that's going to come in and make a difference.
Wasn't Martavius Bryant the guy from like Pros versus Joes or Fourth and Long or whatever that show was? And like they signed
him. He was like a 3rd or 4th round draft pick with Pittsburgh. I don't know what he did after he got kicked out of the league for being a Josh Gordon wannabe with half the talent. So if he did Pros versus Joes, I don't give a shit.
Bro,
He was
freak athlete.
Josh Gordon.
He was an
Josh Gordon
average
could have been
player.
the best receiver we ever seen in the NFL, and just was like,
Couldn't
fuck
put
it.
the weed down.
Oh shit!
So yeah, I mean
Gordon's
that's
so
what
good
it
at
comes
football.
down to. Jerry wants to make a player where he doesn't have to give up any sort of value for anything and hope that he can get a little return out of it, so everybody can look at Jerry and go, "Oh shit, what a great GM, what a smart guy. He made a great move." This dude's not going to see the fucking field.
Well, it's ever since they won that Super Bowl with Barry Switzer, and Jerry was like, "See, told you." Ever since then, it's
Now with Jimmy's players, with the team that he built, I could have went in and coached that team to a fucking championship, and I was a year old. The fuck are we talking about?
Get it to Michael Irvin. Shout out to episode 88 again. But hey, throw it across the middle. He's on cocaine. Ain't nobody gonna tackle him. Be all right.
Hey, so I just wanted to know, man, but let's move along. Let's get to T. Larry versus the nickname that Matt and Billy call Brock. I'm never gonna say that. But
Big cock
Brock.
Never gonna say that. But how we feeling about this game, man? Because 49ers 3 in a row, right? Dropped 3 in a row. Jags still moving along way better than they every week is, or every season has been progression for them. And now they're like right there. How do we feel about this game? And if they do happen to beat the 49ers, should we take them more serious, or should we add? Because I know a lot of us was banking on the Jags being pretty good this year anyway.
Yeah.
But if they beat the 49ers, go ahead.
No. I was going to say, Tony, you're absolutely right. If the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the 49ers, I think we have to start talking about them in a more serious light in the AFC, because it's easy to get kind of not blindfolded, but blindfolded with Lamar and the Ravens, with what that defense is doing, and Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes, and the underperforming, quote unquote, underperforming defense that Kansas City has, and the Bills with people like Chris who think Josh Allen is a good quarterback, and people like Chris again who think Justin Herbert is a good quarterback, but isn't really there. And I think T. Larry, this is his year to show, oh, I am better than both of these quarterbacks, and this is what we're going to do.
Is that supposed to be Trevor Lawrence, T. Larry?
Is T. Larry? Yes.
Yeah.
Have you never met a guy named Lawrence? His name is Larry. But anyway, sorry that Chris doesn't know enough people to know that that's what's going on. There's only subtle digs at Chris because of the conversations we've been having. But I think that if Brock Purdy, if the kicker, number one, if the kicker for San Francisco, the Michigan kicker, Matt, makes that kick and Brock Purdy loses 2 games in a row, I don't think it's this big, huge deal that we're making out Brock to be for this, last round Mr. Irrelevant pick that I've been on the hype train for the whole time. Go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
I hate this. I hate this Brock Purdy hate. Like I said, if Debo out, Trent Williams out, CMC not looking as good, what the fuck you want me to do, bro? Like, yeah. I don't care about nobody talking about the system. If it is a system and my system is missing key components of that system, well, fuck it, I'm supposed to look bad, bro. Like, what the fuck you want me to do, man? Yeah. Well, I don't like the whole did we go too early on Brock Purdy? It wasn't like people was like, oh, that's the MVP of the league. Chris was not doing that by no means. He hate like.
It was a lot
Brock
of people
Purdy.
in the media that had him in the MVP discussion, though, after I think it was week 5.
Who? Name Chris. Find me one motherfucker that said that. Now,
I think he was like top 3 Vegas odds.
Oh, Vegas. See, hold on. If Vegas is doing it, hold on. There's something there.
Yeah. That's why it wasn't being discussed, because people were just like,
Purdy's the guy. Like, pull it up, Chris. Let me see it.
But Matt,
it's not the case anymore.
How you feel about that, Matt?
There's not a chance in hell the Jaguars beat the 49ers.
Ooh.
That's how I feel about it. The Jaguars are good, but the 49ers, they've been embarrassed. They've missed a field goal for a kick. They've lost 3 in a row. They're embarrassed coming off a bye week, I do believe, right?
Yeah,
yes.
49ers are
both the Jags and the 49ers are both off a bye week, though, Matt. You don't think that has any prevalence?
No, not if they're both coming off bye week, but the 49ers.
From what I've seen, Debo's coming back too.
What about Trent?
Haven't looked into Trent.
I have so much appreciation for linemen, bro, because I was a lineman, bro. Like, so forced to be, but I was, and I took that shit serious. We all
saw your story with your one-handed pick, Tonio. We know you're athletic. I got it.
I don't know. I'm talking about being on the offensive line. Hey, it's something about pulling and just, bro.
When you run through
somebody's
face,
right? Yeah, they just gonna stop. But if Trent Williams ain't there, I don't care. Like, Debo gonna be there. You can get a couple quick slants out of there. But
check this out, Tonio. I'm glad you brought up Trent Williams. If Jason Kelce goes out for the Eagles, we're doing the same thing. We're talking about, can Jalen Hurts help this team without the second quarterback in Jason Kelce? Or am I tripping on that?
You're not tripping. Tush push out the window. No Jason Kelce.
All right. Hold on, Chris, go ahead. Sorry, Tony, you're kind of frozen.
So Trent Williams did not practice yesterday, but they are hoping he can get some on-field work on Thursday.
Trent Williams did not practice for 2 weeks and then play, and I would still feel.
Oh, yeah, he'll be fine, practice or not. But I think it's more just the fact if he's able to get on the field and do something in pads, then he's probably going to be suiting up Sunday.
So you're telling me Trent Williams didn't practice at all, and he's like, "Oh, we'll suit up Sunday." You don't like Trent Williams?
I wouldn't give it. He's the best left tackle in the last 2 decades.
Yeah,
I'm completely fine with that.
Oh, Joe Thomas, yeah, but he played on those shitty Browns.
Yeah, but I hate that. Like, he played on a good team, so now he's good. Just because you played on a bad team doesn't mean you're good. Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders are the only guys who get that attention.
No, because Trent Williams was on those shitty Redskins teams too and was working everybody.
But no one was like, this guy's the fucking biggest freak of all time. It's like, this is a good left tackle. And then he goes to the 49ers like, hey, this guy's generational talent.
So what were you saying, frozen, Tonio?
I don't know why I'm frozen because I can hear everything, see everything. But
super frozen.
Like I said, man, I do got it like 63 in the house right now, so that might be something that
Jesus,
I'm gonna look into.
That sounds nice.
It feels so good. I just don't. I don't care if Debo back. Without that safety net and Trent Williams, Brock gonna be looking over his shoulder. Because without him,
wouldn't you be?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it's still, I'm not comfortable, bro. Like, once you see somebody, because they were talking so good about Micah before the Eagles game, he had his little interview, and they was talking about it. Yeah, Micah Parsons before the Eagles game about all his rushes and him being so disruptive. I just remember Trent just picking him up and just using him as somebody else. Like, I'm going to make you block somebody else. And I'm just like, yo, what in the hell is going on? This is a human being you're picking up like that. It's really, it was the equivalent of
player on top of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
sled drill. That's what he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so, you know, that Jags defense ain't been a hope in probably about 10 years. Jags done had a good defense.
They went to the AFC Championship with a great defense.
That's what I'm saying.
Saxonville was what, like 6 years ago at this point?
Jeez. Yeah, but they defense still they just
God damn.
They still so I think I'm gonna give them a better chance than Matt is. I don't think it's no way in hell they beat them. I feel like the game gonna be closer. Let's get into something else, Chris. I don't know if I agree with this at all, and I hate both of these people. Chris, I'm gonna start off with you. Nah, Matt, I'm gonna start with you. Is Dak Prescott and Josh Allen the same person?
No, Dak's trash. Josh is good.
Oh, hold on. And I love that you just said that, Matt. I got a little. So
let's cut and hold on.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was Peyton Manning. It doesn't matter if it was Michael Vick in a Cowboys uniform. Don't care.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can respect that.
So, Tonio, can I pull up some proof real quick?
No, you can.
Unless you're pulling out some pudding, there ain't no proof in it.
Let me just read this to everybody. Y'all can all see it. Josh Allen has 69 interceptions since 2008.
Nice.
Leads the NFL, right? Dak has 70 in his 8 years.
Not as cool.
Josh will have double-digit interceptions in 5 of the 6 years he's been in the league. Dak only 4 of the 8. Now, Dak gets hate because he's the fucking Cowboys quarterback and because he's black. Now
we don't. No. See, I was almost gonna let you slide. Our community don't give a fuck about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Josh Allen gets so much hype. He has to carry the team on his back and blah, blah, blah. And Dak gets crushed for all of this shit. And we're just, Josh Allen's better. He's just better. Blah, blah, blah. He's not. He makes crucial, horrible mistakes. And we just pretend like they don't fucking happen because we don't Buffalo and we hate Dallas.
That's cap though, Billy. That's
how
cap.
is it cap, Tony? I just showed you the numbers.
I fucking hate Josh Allen. Also, like I hate that from Mississippi State to the Cowboys. I hate Cowboys fan, but I hate Josh Allen even.
So
more.
here's your bias right here.
I'm not biased. Both of them suck. I'm tired of Josh Allen getting put in the top 5 for him to go to the playoffs and can't throw a fucking touchdown, but throw 6 interceptions and fumble 12 times. I fucking hate him. I can't everybody. He don't got no weapons. Come on, bro. There's no Stephon in Dallas at all. Like we can say what we want. Yeah, CD,
Michael Gallup,
CD's
nuts. Tight ends, Tony Pollard.
CD's nuts. Stephon is a top 5 receiver on a great day. CD Lamb's not in the top 5.
Just look at the numbers. I'm showing you the numbers.
I see it. They are not the same. Both of them are actually.
Yeah, Josh Allen's worse. That's what I'm saying.
I'm shitting on Josh Allen right now. I don't like Josh Allen. So
what the fuck?
Look at you. Yeah, that's what you get. I think they both suck. Chris should not have Dak or Josh Allen in his spectrum of top 8 quarterbacks. But I know
Dak.
I know
Josh Allen in his top 8.
I know he has Josh Allen in his top 8. And Josh Allen can't win you a playoff game, Chris. I don't understand it. I don't understand the measures because he don't shit the bed, Chris. He does every time. He gets to the red zone and he throws it to the defense, like every time, bro. Like that's my favorite TikTok person to watch. Like, oh, he completed a pass to the defense.
The guy with the whistle hanging out his mouth.
Yeah,
blows the paws. I love that.
Yeah, bro. So I would take that.
Thank you. So now let's go to Chris, the ultimate Dak hater of all time, because it's his team. With those numbers you just saw, are you still taking Josh Allen over Dak? And then I'm going to ask you why.
We can go ahead and skip to the why right now.
Sure.
So, no, it's definitely not a color thing on this one. Look, the reality is,
other than that,
there's other instances, though.
Yeah, there's other instances. This ain't one of them, all right? This ain't a black thing. This ain't a white thing. It's a me about to drag his ass thing. All right.
Sure.
Almost spot on for the Stone Cold quote against the Nation of Domination back in the day, but nevertheless, so
that was pretty close to some racism. It was close, not racist, just close. Exactly.
Close enough. So I can't say this for certainty because I don't watch 16 to 17 Bills games each and every single year, but I watch all the Cowboy games. Dak generally does not perform until the game is well out of reach. And I know Billy's seen me say this numerous times. If the game's 28-0, I don't need you to throw 400 yards and get 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter so your stat line can make it look like I'm elite. Look at all these yards and touchdowns and no interceptions. What did you do the first 3 quarters when the game was 0-0? Not a motherfucking thing. Not a goddamn thing, but fucking suck. So why do I want to put it like this? I'd rather have the Brock Purdy that 3 or 4 weeks ago was dog shit the entire game until that last drive.
No, Chris, no. Would you rather have Brock or Josh? That's the question. Not Brock Purdy. I mean, Dak or Josh. That's not.
I'd
That's
rather
the
have
question.
Josh. But my point is, if you got a guy who can only play well when the game's out of reach, why do I need you?
Chris, he
So does
played
Josh
really well
does-
against Philly
does-
at Philly.
And
Does
what did he
Josh
do when the
Allen-
game was on the line? He steps out of bounds, fucks up the 2-point conversion. He doesn't snap the fucking ball till 5 seconds after the clock reaches 0 on a false start that the referees gave him forever.
He did that twice.
Forever to snap
Back
the
to
ball. And this was after a penalty. It was after a penalty, Billy. Meaning
and
he
got
had
sacked.
90 seconds to get a fucking play, get to the line, get set, and get the ball
Hey,
snapped.
Chris,
What did he do?
Chris, in his defense, and I don't defend that. In his defense, was he or was he not going against top 5 defensive line in the league?
He was going against the top 5 line. That don't got shit to do with the false
Chris,
start.
that changes
Delayed game.
That adds up.
Chris, that changed a lot of shit.
The Cowboys got the best offensive line in football.
They don't. Shit,
That's what everyone says every year.
If they did, Sweat wouldn't have got. Was it Sweat? Sweat wouldn't have got that sack. To put it out. Was it Sweat? I
don't even remember who it was at this point.
I think it was Sweat.
No, Bennett.
I'm pretty sure it was Sweat. Sorry, John. He wouldn't have got it, but Chris, I gotta give him to that defense was applying pressure all night. Like that defensive line
played really well. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me go around real fast. Tonio, did Dak play well against Philly or not?
He did.
Yes, Matt.
He did play well until it mattered.
Chris, it wasn't even your turn. Matt, did Dak play well against Philadelphia?
No.
He hates the Cowboys. He just said that.
Did the Cowboys win?
I'm going to do something I never do on this show. Chris, he played really, really well. What the fuck? Dude.
Billy, if the game was 55 minutes, he had a great game.
No one answered my question.
What question? Because you're muted. No one cares. What?
Did the Cowboys win?
I don't take I'm with Matt on that. I don't take a fucking moral victory here.
No, it's not. No, nobody. Number one, this show is never, ever talking about moral victories because that's fucking gay.
You lost the fucking game because you came up short when it mattered. Consistently, he does this against winning teams. What have I said on here anytime the Cowboys come up? Christian especially wants me to give him credit when he performs well against a team that's going to be drafting top 5 next year.
Yes,
I don't give a fuck about that. What does he do against the good teams in the league? Exactly what he did Sunday night every time.
Honestly, the defense that all you all Cowboys fans is talking about with Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs is out, but then as soon as he was out and they had 3 picks against, I forgot who, I think it was Sam Howell. All y'all fucking Cowboys fans talk about, oh, the defense is great, blah, blah, blah. We don't need Trayvon Diggs. We're still going to stop him, even though Trayvon Diggs gets fucking blown out.
Trayvon get burnt every year.
Just bad.
Trayvon, here's the hot take. Trayvon is the Josh Allen of cornerbacks.
Ooh,
He's going to get a touchdown or a turnover every play.
That's all you got. That's it.
I can see that.
You're getting burnt or a pick. There's no in between.
Exactly.
I can see that. But
that's great.
Let's move on. We are near mid-season. So I decided on the fly, mid-season, that we should bring back a fan favorite and do Billy's best. Billy, what's up, man? Give me the top 5 teams in the NFL right now.
All right. I appreciate the fans asking for Billy's best. And here they come. Number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles. They've put up every stat you could imagine. I feel like nobody's going to argue Philly at number 1. Number 2, and I'm ready for it, Tony. Are you ready? The Kansas City Chiefs are the number 2 team.
No.
Here we go.
No.
And you want to know something? Kansas City, without any weapon other than Travis Kelce, they still were on the way to winning against Detroit. They lost the game by a point, okay? That defense held a great Detroit offense.
Wasn't Chris Jones out that game too?
And Chris Jones was out that game too, yes.
Hey, in the words of everybody, a loss is a fucking loss, and they did.
Bingo. But
Billy, Billy, we was just like I told you last week. The Lions didn't know what they wanted to do with Jahmyr Gibbs. If Jahmyr had fucking 100 yards on like 8 carries in that game.
Yeah.
Imagine if he get 20 carries, he might break a fucking rookie record on fucking Kansas City. So it's a lot of what else.
So I got the number one. That one's easy. The number one team in the NFC, the number one team in the AFC. Okay, 1 and 2. I feel like that's not too much, right?
It
now
is.
my number 3. And this goes into this week. If San Francisco beats Jacksonville, it's San Francisco. If Jacksonville beats San Francisco, it's Jacksonville. I've never done that in this top tier. I know that we hate doing that, but that's where my mind is at.
Just give us fucking options. Like, if this happens, that is it?
Yes.
No. Go back.
That's the first time I've ever done this on this show. I
How
hate
about
a
you
1A,
look
1B.
yourself in the mirror and see how dumb that is. That's a Tonio move. You're looking ahead.
I know it's dumb, and that's okay. That's where.
So now you just validated Tonio in college football.
Tonio gave me
by
a
doing
Billy's
that.
top.
No,
Hey,
you validated Tonio in college football by doing that.
listen, I got a Billy's best on a fucking hymn note. I didn't have no time. I had nothing to do except put the teams that I think are the
Pull
best.
your nuts out and put them on the table. Don't fucking this or this.
Matt, are you drinking?
I'm drinking.
Well, you better
I'm upset.
keep on doing it, okay? Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. We have done nothing but destroy great teams. We lost to the Colts and some bullshit in Pittsburgh. See, and that's good. Leave with your pink shorts. That's number 4. And number 5, and I'm glad that you're not here for it, is the Detroit Lions. Is the number 5 team in the NFL. That's where we're at. Where am I wrong?
All right, Billy. We're going to start with Kansas City Chiefs.
What was 5?
The Detroit Lions. We're going to start with the Kansas City Chiefs. That's wrong, Billy. Kansas City doesn't look like Kansas City of old. I don't care about everybody. Oh, their defense looking better. No, it fucking sucks. The number 2 team in the NFL behind the Philadelphia Eagles, drum roll is the fucking Baltimore Ravens. They are beating the shit out of people, and it is not close. Those fluke-ass losses.
Hey, I think Billy believes that. He just don't want to jinx it.
He can't say it. He can't say it, bro. That's why. The Baltimore Ravens put on a fucking clinic last week, and I don't care. It's a sorry team. They're an NFL team. They beat the fuck out of them. They've been beaten as
that's a division-leading team, by the way. Not a sorry team.
The Baltimore Ravens are the second best team in the NFL behind Philly. Number 3, we could talk about Kansas City. Number 4, 3 in a row. San Francisco cannot be up there, Billy. I'm sorry. 3 in a row. I'm not. So the number 4 team in the league is the Detroit Lions. We got to give them the respect that they deserve. And number 5. Now, number 5 is where it gets tricky. Number 5 is where it gets really, really tricky.
What's that offensive coordinator's name for the Lions, Matt? Help me out here.
Man Johnson.
Goals. There we go.
The number 5 team is the Cincinnati Bengals. Billy.
There we go.
Billy. Joe Burrow is not limping no more.
Scary.
He's catching fire a little bit.
Only 4 incomplete passes.
They shut down, or they doubled Jamar, and then T. Higgins went off and had a fucking day.
Yeah.
They letting you know, like, okay, you can double Lamar you want. I got 2 to 3 number 1 receivers on my fucking team, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so
Baltimore would still like one of those 3 receivers as the number 1.
That's what I'm saying. Honorable mention, and it pains me to say this. It always pains me to say this. Honorable mention is number 6, 6, 6A, 6B, and 6C. It's going to be the 49ers, the Jags, and the Dallas Cowboys. I hate to say it, but Dallas played the Eagles too good, Billy, for them to be the best team in the league and us not to say nothing about it. They're one Jerry Jones hospital visit away from being amazing. I'm sorry to say that, but
I'm not.
I'm sorry to say it, bro. Billy, the Cowboys have the potential to be good every year, but Jerry Jones comes and makes sure they're not.
So even after, hold on, Antonio. So even after 3 losses, you said San Francisco shouldn't belong in the top, right? In the top 5. They
3 back-to-back losses.
out of the cow. The beat.
And what did
breaks off the Cowboys.
They did, and what has happened since then, Billy?
The Cowboys lost to their very next team that they played with the winning record, while dominating.
No, I'm talking about
the losing record, Arizona Cardinals, and your cousin.
Well, that's because Josh is a Moore, so it's like we win, Billy. We're gonna win wherever. But
he's not a Moore. He's a Dobbs. What are you talking about?
They can't beat a guy without eyebrows.
The sure name is like the founding name is Moore. He just ventured off and got to other shit.
Oh, is like Dobbs' mama's name or something?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it because I don't want to be
the lineage. Yeah, we gotta come back.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that cousin.
Call him.
Like, you know, that's my cousin.
Ask him for $35. Call
him. Same thing with Cam Payne. Like, I don't say nothing to him. And Mike Moore done been to his grandma's funeral and saw this dude. Like, I was in school. They wouldn't check me out. I slapped the shit out of Cam Payne. Okay. Cousin or not. But we got to talk about the 49ers lost 3 back-to-back, Billy. It's just hard to just be like that. But while we on mid-season awards, Matt, right now, season over, or the regular season over, going into the playoffs, it's time to pick an MVP. Who you pick?
Ooh, time to pick an MVP?
An MVP.
You guys sitting down?
Yeah.
It's CJ Stroud.
Dre's gonna like that. Shout out to Houston.
I hate Ohio State, but
not shout out to Houston, but shout out to Dre.
Yeah, shout out to Dre. No, I'm talking about Houston, the city, not fuck the Texans.
That's still the city. It's trash.
No, shout out to Dre there.
Polluting ass city, fucking stinks.
I'm not mad at that.
This is the reason he got out of there.
I'm
Hey, didn't Dre go back to Houston though?
Yeah, he's back in Houston, so that's why I'm just like,
okay.
Hey, shout out to Dre. Hey, what minute we on?
Hey, hey, respect to going back to Houston. Ugh, that's stinky ass.
He's trying to make a change.
Damn, I can't believe you picked CJ Stroud. Go ahead, Chris.
I think it's Mahomes. Third in passing touchdowns and
where's he at with
passing yards. That don't matter for the award.
Oh. I'm just curious.
He's top 3 in touchdowns and yards on the best team in a conference.
But where is he at with interceptions?
He's at 8.
And that's tied for
there's 4 people with 9 and 2 other people along with him at 8. With another MVP front runner and Jalen Hurts tied with him at 8.
Who has 9?
Jimmy G, Mac Jones, Sam Howell, and our favorite quarterback, Josh Allen.
Bum. Okay.
At 8, it's the 2 MVP favorites with Mahomes and Hurts, with Christian's favorite quarterback as well.
Ooh,
Can I just say something?
Go, Matt.
Dak is in the runner blocks right now, licking his fucking chops after that interception record. He's going. He's going to take off soon.
Tonio, what about you, dude? Who's your MVP?
My MVP is going to somebody who's kind of struggling in the passing game to me. But he's willing his team to win. Also has the best team in the NFL again. Probably should have won MVP last year. I'm going Jalen Hurts, man. I'm going Jalen Hurts. Like I said, he ain't been passing it great, but he just got that will to win. He get the team hype with that tush push shit every goddamn game that's unstoppable.
Yeah, so fucking.
DeAndre Swift hates him for it. He's gonna stab him in the locker room.
Jeez. He's not, because DeAndre Swift is having an amazing season as well.
Yeah, but he could have 8 more touchdowns if it wasn't for that stupid ass play.
Did they run it again or something?
No, it's just
yeah.
The running backs have to hate him. Like, fuck, man.
No, they just want to win.
Jalen Hurts, when he throws an incompletion on the 1 yard line, they're like.
Hurts also has another 7 touchdowns on the ground, so 22 total.
No, sorry, I said 8.
Yes, I'm going Jalen Hurts. Just not to prolong it. Billy, who you got?
it pays me to say I really didn't think that I was wanting a hot take. I didn't think Matt was going to say C.J. Stroud. I'm saying C.J. Stroud also.
I'm one step ahead of you at all times.
He doesn't throw picks. That's what we're looking for an MVP, especially when his team is as bad as Houston is, and CJ is making it seem like, oh, it's like CJ makes it where it's literally everybody else's fault except his, which is so hard to do as a quarterback. But you can look at the numbers and be like, oh, it is everyone else's fault except his. Like,
yeah.
And he's just doing such a great job. Shout out to CJ and shout out to Trey.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. From MVP to fucking Rookie of the Year. And I'm guessing by the MVP.
That's got to be
voter.
a clean sweep, yeah, for CJ.
Yeah. That's got to be what we
if he wins MVP, he can't win Rookie of the Year.
Yes, he can.
Not in my book.
Well, I'm with you.
Third in yards per
If that's
game.
the game we're playing, though, Matt. If we're playing your game where you can't win MVP,
well, then every quarterback every year who wins the MVP should win Offensive Player of the Year. Do they? Do they? No.
No. Now, I love that you – that's what I'm saying. Up. Will Levis is your fucking Rookie of the Year.
You're dumb.
Winning in Pittsburgh – in Pittsburgh, had a chance to win. I understand that he had that incomplete. It's Will Levis. I'm sorry. He's the fucking man. And I hated Will Levis coming out of the draft. You could go back to the show. I fucking crushed this kid. I did not think he was going to be any good. I literally said he's going to be another Malik Willis, just in a different fucking body, and he was going to be awful. Boy, was I wrong. I think he's the fucking man, and he's going to lead Tennessee.
You're wrong.
I think he's a name brand Baker Mayfield.
Don't want to see it.
Oh, like a bigger, buffer Baker Mayfield?
Just a better player, but yeah, you want to go with the looks department, sure.
Oh, sure. That's the only
same
thing.
Same kind of personality, same kind of play on the field. Just slightly better as a player.
Looks and packs. That's what
I'm with TJ. So let's move on. You said Will Levis, Billy?
I didn't get to say mine.
Oh, who did you got somebody else other than CJ?
It's Sam Laporta.
Oh, I like that pick, though.
What'd I say? The best tight end coming out, and he's breaking all the rookie tight end records. I'm the fucking GOAT.
He'll never win it, though, because he's tight end. So, yeah. We'll go with TJ.
There's a National Tight Ends Day. Is there a National Quarterbacks Day? Don't think so.
Yeah, because every day is National Quarterbacks Day.
Yeah, they literally
let me quote. I'm going to quote Ross Geller real fast. Every day is Lesbian Lover Day. Okay.
Who the fuck is Ross? And that better not be Ross from fucking Friends.
It is Ross from Friends. I literally said I showed you.
I thought you were just looking at the time.
No, this watch is broken.
Oh,
it's
right 2 times a day.
Billy, who's your coach?
My coach of the year?
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans, probably.
Yeah.
Who you got, Chris?
I'm going to go D'Amico as well. The Texans weren't expected to do shit this year, and we can heap all the praise we want on CJ, but
maybe
D'Amico was walking in there.
Because he'll make the playoffs and probably get the award, so maybe it's a little different.
Who you got, Matt?
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to make sure before I say this, it's not completely wrong.
1, 2.
Matt's waiting for this. If Josh Dobbs gets the Vikings to the playoffs, I think we probably got to throw Kevin O'Connell in there.
Kirk Cousins was having a hell of a year before he
went down.
You
know who the coach of the year is?
Yeah.
It's Mike Tomlin.
With Kenny Pickett's shitty ass.
You know what the fuck he's dealing with? And he still has a winning record?
Negative point differential.
Hey. So Mike
Tomlin, they've not outscored a single opponent all year, and they have a winning record, or outscored or outgained all year.
Matt, they've outscored 5 of them. That's why they got 5 wins.
You didn't hear what I said. Outscored or outgained.
But Mike Tomlin for the coach of the year, it's kind of like LeBron with the MVP. You just can't just be giving it to Mike Tomlin because that's just an easy.
How many times has he won it? How many times has he won it?
4.
Mike Tomlin has won Coach of the Year 4 times?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think he's ever won it.
Yeah, I don't
exactly.
think he's
So
won it.
that's not the same.
I have a total. Billy want a hot take?
Yes.
I got a hot take for him. It is by far Arthur Smith.
Mike Tomlin won it in 2008.
Arthur Smith is on the sideline letting you know what every coach thinks and how they really feel, but he's just letting it be shown. When when he was throwing them fucking interceptions and he's just like on the sideline, and I'm just like, yo, I'm pretty sure as a coach you ain't supposed to let him see you sweat, but he like, fucking, this dude is fucking terrible on the sideline. Like, bro, it's Arthur Smith. Billy, somebody's breaking into your car.
It's not my car. All
right. Arthur Smith is that, and it's funny. He's the coach of the year because his dad fucking founded FedEx. He don't give a fuck about being there, bro. He's just there because it is. He's just there, bro.
He loves it. That's the thing. Like, he loves it.
Yeah, he really just the coach of the year. Like,
dude, if my dad owned FedEx, you wouldn't catch me nowhere except on a yacht fishing.
Yeah, bro.
I'd be doing all sorts of dumb shit, like coach an NFL team. Fuck it, let me draft a running back, the highest ever, and then never use them. I'd be doing shit
don't
like
use them at all. Put Kyle Pitts early in the first round. Don't fucking use him at all either.
I just want to make sure we don't have to pay him. That's what he's saying. He's like,
yeah.
Wait.
Bijan got sick one time and fumbled. He was like, never again.
Bro, Arthur Smith's coaching.
You know what, dude? I like that.
Right.
Hey, before we spend too much time on the NFL, let's get to the pick'ems real quick.
All
right. Carolina at Chicago. What a great game.
Dude, this whole week of games is just fucking awful.
It's not.
Can we go? Is there a thing like we all just say tie? Like, and even if they lose?
No.
All right. Chris, who you got? I don't even know.
I guess give me Carolina.
Who you got, man?
Just a RIP Christian. Is it where's it at?
It's at Chicago.
I'm going Chicago.
Who you got, Billy?
I also have Chicago. I think Badgett or whatever that fucker's name is. I think he's telling you like I'm a better quarterback than Justin Fields. I'm taking Chicago.
Have the Panthers won a game yet?
Wins?
Yeah, they've won 2 games. No,
1-7, I believe.
They're awful.
I'm going with the Panthers.
All right. Remind me to text Christian and tell him to give us the pick'ems because I'll fucking Antonio was freaking out about Matt with the pick'ems. Indianapolis at Pittsburgh.
Indianapolis at New England.
Or the Pats.
In Germany. In Germany.
And that's a home game for Bill Belichick, so I'm taking Bill.
I'm also taking Belichick. I think Gardner Minshew is not going to know what to do against the Patriots. Chris, who you got?
I'm gonna pick Gardner Minshew just because I hope I want to see the Patriots lose so this Bill Belichick getting fired shit can really take off.
You silly goose. Matt.
I'm gonna go Patriots. Just because of the Patriots, I want them to win across the ocean. Represent America. I'm just going the Patriots.
Respect. I like that one. Cleveland at Baltimore. Antonio.
Baltimore.
Chris.
Baltimore.
Matt.
I will just say one thing earlier. The Chiefs have let up less touchdowns than the Browns have, but I'm taking the Browns.
All right. Thank God, so I can pick the Ravens. Who's playing Cincinnati?
That would be the Texans at the Bengals.
Oh, Houston. Houston at Cincy. Give me the Bengals. I'm not happy about it.
Give me the Bengals as well.
I'm gonna go with the upset here and give me Houston.
Look at Chris not taking the fucking easy way out. Matt.
Give me that fucking MVP. CJ Stroud.
San Francisco at Jacksonville. Game of the week right here, fellas.
Now you just covered the game of the week.
Tonio.
I am going with T. Larry and the boys.
Chris.
I find it hard to believe the 49ers are going to lose a fourth straight with all their guys coming back. I got to go San Fran on this one.
I'm also going San Fran. Matt.
Give me the Jaguars in this one. Just kidding. The 49ers.
New Orleans at Minnesota. Give me Josh Dobbs. Tonio.
Yeah, give me little cuz.
There you go. Chris.
I'm going to go with Alopecia Poppy as well. Give me Minnesota.
Matt, making it a clean sweep.
Who are they playing again?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
In Minnesota?
Yep.
Oh, that's Minnesota.
Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Tonio.
Mike Tomlin.
Chris.
Jordan Love sucks, and he's going against one of the best defensive coaches of this generation. Give me the Steelers.
Matt.
Yeah, give me the best head coach in the history of football.
Clean sweep. Tennessee at Tampa Bay. I'm taking Baker Mayfield. Tonio.
I'm going with the Titans.
Matt.
I'm going with the Tidy Whiteys.
Chris.
I think I'm going to go Tennessee on that one.
Atlanta at Arizona. Kyler Murray's making his first start of the year. What do we think? Tonio.
Falcons. Call of Duty just came out. Came out.
Yeah.
As soon as he starts playing, he's pissed.
Yeah, I'm echoing Antonio on this one.
Is anybody
Murray.
taking Arizona?
No, Bijan's having a big game. He's out of the doghouse.
Detroit at the Chargers.
Games.
So it's probably going to be a home game for Detroit. I'm going Detroit.
It's at LA. Oh, yeah, it is.
No, I said probably going to be a home game.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they have the worst fan base in football.
Tonio?
Lions.
Chris?
Detroit.
Yeah, another clean sweep. New York Giants at Dallas. Are we all taking Dallas?
No.
Cowboys by 40.
Cowboys. I hate to say it.
Matt, are you taking the Giants for real?
Fat bowling ball man, Brian Daboll's fighting for his life. He already got embarrassed by him once. He's going to come out, make a statement, right the ship.
Matt, who's their quarterback?
Fucking Danny DeVito's twice as tall son.
There you go.
I also want to point out that Matt said Chargers by a lot, and we all kind of gave him shit, and he was definitely right about that. Washington at Seattle. Are we all going Seattle?
Yeah, no. I'm
Give me
taking
Washington. Yeah. Give me
Chris.
Washington on that one.
Tonio, I'm taking Seattle. Matt.
Who the fuck is going to get after Geno Smith? Me? It's Seattle.
Geno Smith's been throwing the wrong team the ball here lately.
Hey, well, now he's going to have a million seconds in the pocket. So.
New York Jets at Vegas Raiders. Are we all taking the Jets?
No.
No, I'm going to take the Raiders on that one.
Matt, you're taking the Raiders. Tonio.
Jets.
Jets.
What's that spell?
Denver at Buffalo. Do we think Buffalo rights the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh Allen, but I think this is one of his games where he makes you feel like it. All right.
Clothes is in the spin cycle.
So, let's get back to the college football playoffs. Same four teams. Are we pissed? Is anybody upset other than Tonio about the SEC not being the number one team again? Georgia comes in at number 2, Michigan 3, and Florida State at 4.
Why the fuck didn't Ohio State go to 2? I can see having a close game with Missouri, but a close game with Rutgers, and we still just gonna be here comes Billy with a Rutgers is a good team.
So, Missouri, what do you know? What scoring defense Missouri's ranked, Tonio? Just curious if you know off the top of your head. 39th. What about Rutgers?
Probably 12.
Oh shit, my shit did just go off, Tonio. That's crazy. Rutgers is 20th.
Yeah, Rutgers plays in a terrible fucking Big Ten, Billy. Sorry, man. This ain't about you.
I'm not gonna waste precious time arguing that. Okay, if that's what you want to say, gotcha. Matt, what about you? You think Michigan should have been number 1?
No,
or even Michigan, bro. Fuck Ohio State. Like, why the fuck? Ohio State has one good player, Marvin Harrison
Jr. But yes.
I think Michigan should be above Georgia, but if it's not, I still don't have any problem with the rankings.
The quarterback from Ohio State looks like the bully from Back to the Future. I don't give a shit. Ohio State's number 3 at best. Michigan number 1, cool. They done beat everybody by 40. They ain't played nobody, but they done beat everybody by 40.
Good point. They play Penn State. We'll see how that goes this week.
We ain't gonna see how that goes. Penn State's gonna do what they did against Ohio State. This was the year they should have beat Ohio State. And you know what? They shit the bed. And guess what they're gonna do with Michigan? Shit the bed even more. Yeah, like just I don't
know. Chris, you got anything?
No.
Washington should be over Florida State. That's my only thing. They beat Oregon. They literally have Oregon at number 6. And if you have a top 6 win, why are you not one of the top teams?
You good, Matt?
I know.
I
But let's get into some Michigan stuff. Speaking of Michigan, I thought it was super weird. Maybe Matt can correct us on this one. That Stallions, the alleged scout sign stealing motherfucker, resigned and wasn't fired. I think that's weird. I think Michigan should have been like, "Oh, we didn't know about this. Fuck this dude. He's fired. Yada yada yada." But that's not what happened. He just resigned. So, Matthew, I'm going to you. What the fuck?
The exact opposite. Him resigning is, hey, look, I don't want to be a distraction. I didn't mean to cause any problems. Let me just get the fuck up out of here. We're all good, right? That's what it means.
Chris, is that how you feel?
I think all teams in football are still in signs, so I don't really see what the big deal was in the first fucking place. They were just stupid enough to get caught, and he's the guy that got caught.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
He was going to get fired, so I think he just decided to bite the bullet and shit can himself before he had a chance to get fired.
Good point. Tonio, what about you? How are you reading this?
I've been watching Suits, and I know how this works. The guy that's guilty with the other guy that's guilty as well, the other guy being Jim Harbaugh because he knew about this shit. Or
Marlboro.
Harbaugh. Oh, yeah. Remember what Chris Carter said? Best piece of advice you could ever give anybody. Got to have a fall guy.
Bingo.
And that's what it was.
Chris Carter's the biggest piece of shit of all time.
I've been watching Suits, and I know it. I know when somebody's trying to bury evidence, and this is what we have. Classic case of lawyers dumping 50,000 pages of bullshit on top of the real shit. And that's what this resignation was. Like, hey, man, let him resign, and then let Michigan win some more. We'll forget about that on down. But my favorite thing about it is it's a bunch of fucking Daniel Hardmans in the Big Ten that's on their seat at the table, and they're coming for Jim. And I hope they get him because
for those that don't watch Suits, Hardman is he's the one that used to own this particular law firm that all these people are working at, and he basically got pushed out. He tried to weasel his way back in. So
yeah, he did.
Just a TLDR for those that don't watch one of the best shows on television.
Yeah. So I just Billy, hey man, everybody ain't out of cheating. You know, like I said, when you cheat, sometimes you get caught. And when everybody in your fucking conference hates you and the #1 team in the country hates you even more, so they snitching, that's piss poor. Mississippi State, sorry as they is, they would never do that to Ole Miss. Ole Miss to Mississippi State. I don't know what kind of rivalry that Michigan and Ohio State is, but Ohio State, you're a bunch of bitches.
Oh, this is the thing that I hate about. This is the thing that I hate about college football. Like, all these teams are doing the same shit, and then one team gets caught, and all these other schools act like they don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, they've never seen some shit like this before. Like, schools was paying players forever, and then I think it was Ole Miss got caught, and everybody in the SEC was acting holier than thou, like they don't pay nobody.
Bro,
get the fuck out of here! Like, y'all all do this bullshit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I know for a fact, and Nick, greatest coach in college football, right? But I know for a fact there's no way Nick Saban owns a fucking dealership and these players that randomly roll around in Mercedes didn't get them hoes for free. Like, there's no way that they ain't get these Mercedes for free, bro. But that ain't none of my business because I don't give a fuck. Chris, I'm not no snitch.
It's the way you play the game, like
yeah, like that shit don't, cause like I said, and like I'm gonna say, they can steal all the signs they want. You still gotta stop motherfuckers from executing. Like, you can see what the fuck I'm gonna do. In high school, we exchanged film with the team we was playing. Like, we see your plays. What the fuck is the difference? Like, we see what you gonna do. It don't matter if you got my cadences. Like, oh, that's what they finna do. Let's get in this defense. I got the best offensive line in the country, so your defensive line not gonna make any, like, they can directly go into the same gap that I'm coming through, and I'm still gonna move you out of it. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's some bullshit, but fuck Michigan. I'm glad. I think Billy's house is on fire or something. I hear sirens.
Nah, I live right next to a fire department.
Oh, okay. All right. I was about to say, I know a fire truck, but I hear sirens.
Oh, yeah. There's one 30 feet away.
Yeah. Well, you need to go be on the volunteer firefighting.
Yeah, shit. I got this ride right here.
But yeah, so again, the Michigan thing is it's just getting too weird. It's just getting too the NCAA can't do shit. They got Michigan has 90 days to respond. The national championship's going to be over by then, so who gives a fuck? And then if they're telling everybody in the Big Ten is also doing the same shit, now you got to reopen the investigation to the whole fucking conference. So nothing's going to happen to Michigan. I think is the whole fucking point. But we got one more thing. So the Caleb Williams reaction. I've seen literal from the whole spectrum of reactions, right? You got people saying he's soft and this is what the new generation of players are saying. And then you have the people where it's like, this is what we need in college football. Me, I'm on the side of this is what we want in college football. You want him to care about winning and losing, right? You don't. We always shit on, especially in the NBA. We always shit on them being friends and smiling after the game and shaking hands and still everything's cool. And then Caleb Williams, you know, he has an emotional time and he's crying with his mom because he gave everything he had and all this other shit. But is that not what we want from our football players either? We don't want them to be passionate, or is it because he's crying that makes him a bitch? What like where are we at with it, Tonio?
All right, so this is the thing. I don't think him being passionate, or I don't think him crying makes him a bitch. I think what he said, I just want to go cuddle with my dog. Not, I just want us to be better. I want to work to be better. I need to be better to make us win. Like, no accountability. He was basically letting you know, like, I know I ain't fuck up. It's the team. As a leader, you can't do that shit, dude. As a player of that caliber, you can't do that shit. I don't give a fuck you want to go cuddle with your dogs. That's not what you tell people. I just want to cuddle with my dog. Nah, I'm mad that we fucking lost. We got to be better, starting with me. Yeah. And then you carry on. I don't give a fuck about passion. That wasn't passion, dude. Passion is.
So you're saying if he just cried and gave the right answer after crying, it's all good. But the answer he gave after crying.
If he would have said, "Fuck, man, I just want to win," I'm cool with that.
Okay.
He said, "I don't know. I just want to go cuddle with my dogs." What?
I'm with you. Okay.
Like I said, passion isn't that. That's a little selfishness, right? You're not saying, all right, we gotta be better. I gotta end this shit the right way. None of that. Like, you just saying, I want to go cuddle with my dogs. It's already like people are already trying to see what type of player you are, for real, because you're about to be. If you come out, you number one pick, right? You number one pick. We don't see that, but now these GMs like, oh shit, when it get tough, or if somebody miss a tackle or something like that, and because the media is a part of your job when you get to that level, right? Like you gotta, Marshawn Lynch literally said, "I'm here so I won't get fined," but he had to answer those questions. Well, if all your questions are selfish, now you're gonna be like Marshawn or to Russell Wilson. I don't know shit about him. Fuck that dude. Like, he was right here. Like, he already demanded a part 10% of the team and all this shit. Allegedly, you know. So it ain't a good look. Like I said, I don't give a fuck if you passionate, if you cry some tears. Men can cry. All right. Chris just cried because he was joyful about his team winning a World Series that his pops got to see win. His grandpa didn't. So that's passion. That's passion. Like a game that me, my grandfather, and my father love together. I'm joyous. I'm happy about that. Or the reverse would have happened because Chris said, either way, I'm crying. If they would have lost, this is something that me, my grandfather, and my father wanted for us, but we didn't make it. I'm crying because I'm sad about that. That's passion about the game. You crying and saying, "Hey, I just want to go cuddle with my dogs." What does that give me? It doesn't give me passion. That gives me soft. Like Kobe Bryant with a rest in peace, Kobe. That's soft. That's different. That's different from passion. So that's how I feel about it. And I could be totally wrong. I'm not judging the man. I cannot sit here and tell you that Caleb Williams sucked. He don't. I can't tell you that he won't be good in the league because he probably will. But what type of man? Like, we really got to see that now because you had an opportunity there. And like I said, man, the league is 80% on the field, 20% media. Like,
you think that's it? You think it's 80% on the field, 20% media?
I mean, as a quarterback, your defense on the field more than you if you ain't, especially teams he going to.
If Jay Cutler had Patrick Mahomes' talent, he could have been Jay Cutler personality-wise off the field, and nobody would have gave a fuck.
Yeah. So that's me. But Matt, how you feel about it? Because I could be totally wrong.
I feel there's a difference between crying and weeping. He was like sucking for oxygen, like dying, crying after the game. Not like, tear run down the face, like emotional, like it's overcoming. But like he was crying. I feel like there's a small difference. Like, not to shame the guy, but there is a difference in that. I feel like.
No, and you're right. You're right with that.
What about you, Chris?
Since Pops was brought up again, something that his dad told him, whenever something like tragic happens, you get a couple days to get your shit together, get over it, and then you move on. And that's something that my dad repeated to me after my grandpa died. And that's losing a parent. He lost a fucking football game, and he was crying like that. Like, what? You're not going to get drafted by the Chiefs and start over Patrick Mahomes and go 14-3 every year. You're going to the Bears or some other garbage team. You're going to be losing 10-plus games. If that's your reaction over losing a couple games in college, like, how can I rely on you to be the franchise leader? I don't see it. I am going to say it's soft. And it's not strictly because of the crying, like the press conference too had something to do with it. But like, here's what I would want from my guy. Like, yeah, you can be sad, you can be upset you lost. But express that in a way that's like, you know what? This shit ain't going to happen again. I'm upset about it. We're going to get better, and we're going to beat their ass next time we see them. But to just sit there and cry like he did and then go in the press conference and, like Tonio mentioned a few times, like, I just want to go home and cuddle my dog. Like, don't, if that's what you want to do, cool, but don't verbalize that to a locker room full of fucking men that play a sport that's a gladiator sport. It's a physical sport where you're trying to break somebody's will, and you talking about cuddling with the dog. Like, how does that message resonate to the locker room? Whether we think it or not, that whole locker room is going to be looking at him now like, what kind of fucking pussy do we have playing quarterback for us? Like, it's a problem.
I'm with Chris a little bit. What about you, Billy? I know you had something.
Well, I just don't. My only problem with it is that we want people to show emotion playing the game, right? But there's such a fine line. I feel like we don't know. Now, me personally, if let's say he was weeping on the sideline with his running back or his wide receiver or even a head coach, right? Or even any coach, right? If he was weeping in the same way, like Matt said, he was like gasping for air, and, you know, we're not judging this man for what his feelings were or whatever, right? But the fact, I think, that he went to his mom was too much for me, particularly. Let's say if he would have held Lincoln Riley and it would have been a 5-minute hold or something like that, or where, you know, he again, where he gave everything he had. It wasn't his fault they fucking lost. It really wasn't. If we're being for real, it was not. Michael Penix played a fucking amazing game, but Caleb felt he gave everything that he could to that team for that team to win, and they just happened to not win. I've been there a few times where that's just kind of, but again, I've held my coach or, you know, maybe a teammate to where I am upset that that's not, we couldn't get it done regardless of the effort that was put on the field. And that's a hard loss to take. But yeah, like you guys said, it's kind of hard when an NFL team is looking at you and it's like, hey man, like you're about to lose probably 10 plus games when you get to the NFL. Is this how you're going to react every game? But then, and that's why I brought up both sides, because do we want some emotion or do we want zero? Do we want him to be a robot and be like, well, I don't really care because I'm the best quarterback in the country, regardless of what, the win-loss record says. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine he came out and said that. He's like, well, this is a matter of—
I don't want to see that emotion from my quarterback, Billy.
Do what?
It's a week-to-week league. If you're like this as a quarterback, just constantly up and down emotionally, like I can't have that from I need you to be steady and stable as the quarterback, the leader of the team, touching the ball every play.
No, and I'm with you, and I understand that, but I'm just saying we can't have it to where, do you want him to care? Because again, we were talking literally last week. We were just talking about him sitting out the rest of the week, the rest of the year, because he's going to be the first quarterback taken off the board, regardless. But now that he showed you that he does care and he wants to win, now we're doing all this backtrack with the interviews and how he said. And again, the cuddle with my dog thing. Did nobody read it as a joke? I read it as not a joke, but a joke in the sense of things where, like, I am so upset. This is what I want to do. And I understand where you guys are coming from, but it's such a finicky line, because we want him to care and we want him to be passionate about the game until it's this point. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily fair.
I think if you lose a playoff game and your season's over, like, sure, I can get where you're that torn up about it because you put in months and months of work to get
his season is over, Chris. His season's done. He's not even going to play for a Pac-12 title.
He's not going to play in the bowl game either.
I think he plays the bowl game. I think with that reaction, I think he does play the bowl game.
No.
I guess if that's the case, then maybe I look at it just slightly differently, but I don't know. I still see it, especially with what he said in the pressers, just, I don't know, a little bit too far for me.
And all right, on that note, let's do the college pick'ems real quick. Let's wrap it up. Michigan at Penn State. Tonio.
Michigan, sadly.
Chris.
Michigan.
And clean sweep. Bama at Duke. Are we all taking Bama?
Yep.
Yeah, Bama.
This is gonna be a close game, but Bama.
Texas Tech at Kansas. Tonio, please don't pick the Red Raiders.
Do we go with our boy Billy?
I'm going Joey McGuire, but I just want Tonio to not pick Texas
Because
Tech.
they won last week, and when I didn't pick, I know, bro. Like, I'm looking at this shit like, motherfucker. The first week I don't pick them. Kansas doesn't look bad this year, do they?
Nah, they beat Oklahoma.
I'm going Kansas. I'm sorry, Billy. I got you.
I appreciate you. Chris, are you riding with Joey right now?
Yes, sir.
My man. Matt.
I'm riding with Tonio.
Arizona
Logan
at
pulled over
Colorado.
You know, I'm going they made it personal. Arizona made it personal. Maybe that's the spark that hopefully that defensive line don't knock Shador down 40 times. And I'm going Colorado, man. The player from Colorado tweeted their coach said something about them falling off. Hopefully Colorado was like, oh, they talking shit again. Maybe we should play. I'm going Colorado.
I'm going Arizona. That defense is so good, and no one's talking about them in the Pac-12.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask is how good their D line is. But if they got a good defense, I'm gonna go Colorado or Arizona then.
Matt.
Arizona.
The Lone Ranger.
Miami at Michigan State at who is that? It was
Ohio State?
yes.
Ohio State, man. That's a sweep.
Is that everybody? I was guessing.
Yeah.
Ole Miss at Georgia. I'm riding with the fucking Rebels. Tonio. Fins
Give
up.
me the Land Sharks.
Matt.
Who? Ole Miss at who?
Georgia.
Land Sharks. Oh, Georgia.
Chris.
Georgia as well.
Chris don't learn.
Tennessee at Missouri.
That is tough. Who you got, Matt?
Tennessee at Missouri. I'm gonna go Missouri. I think they're playing really well this year.
Who you got, Billy?
I'm also taking Mizzou.
Who you got, Chris?
Missouri.
So nobody got faith. You don't got faith in your boy, Matt.
Oh,
Joe Milton.
no. And that favorite
All right, well,
7 years ago at Michigan.
I'm going with Missouri.
And Utah at Washington. Upset? Anybody?
No. Michael Penix solidifies his Heisman win with this game.
Was that all of them?
No.
We got Arizona State
at UCLA.
Who you got, Matt?
Anybody taking Arizona State?
You guys are talking over each other.
Matt, Arizona State, UCLA. Who you got?
UCLA.
Who you got, Chris?
The Chip Kellys.
Who you got, Billy?
I'm also taking UCLA. USC at Oregon.
Oregon.
Everybody's taking Oregon.
USC.
Yeah.
Matt, you're taking USC?
Yeah, I think Crybaby's going to get a revenge game before he stops playing for him.
Florida at LSU.
LSU. Not winning. They should have. Oh, wait. Jaden Daniels might be out. Woo, still LSU. It's not. Florida. So.
Miami at Florida State.
Miami. I'm calling the upset.
You.
Every time I pick Miami, they have fucking lost. So
Miami's,
I'm going FSU.
Chris, Florida
Miami's
State.
the trashiest fucking team of all time.
Chris.
Not of all time.
Florida State.
Matt.
Florida State. Chop.
Florida State. And that's it, Billy.
That's it. Tonio. We're gonna go down the NBA list quickly. Wemby. How do you feel about Wemby's season so far?
Over fucking rated. Sick of hearing about him. Yeah, he's tall. Well, we seen a tall Frenchman before. His name is Rudy Gobert. Nobody gives a fuck about him now. Wemby and him are gonna shut down the league with COVID 2.0 if we let him. And I think we need to go ahead and get rid of that. He's not bad though. He has the potential to be something, but I watched him for a little bit tonight before we got on, and he was like 0 for 5 from the field, shooting air balls. The Knicks stopped him from getting in the paint. So if the Knicks can stop them with non-elite bigs when he gets to elite bigs, got compared to LeBron so much. Gonna be way better than LeBron in his rookie season. He ain't even better than fucking Carmelo. So let's just let him be in the league. But he doesn't suck, but he ain't with everybody just making, oh, Wemby gets a block. He's 7'4". Like, that's what he's supposed to do. Oh, did you see the Wemby dunk? Okay.
Sean Bradley got a lot of blocks back in the day too now.
Yeah, he beat injured Suns team, just KD, and KD was bullshit. Yeah, let's just say he's amazing now because he beat the Suns. No, yeah, come on. Devin Booker had to get injections after the game. He sat out again, still hurt. I don't give a fuck about it. But that could be me. Matt, I might be hating. How you feel about it?
I think I don't know. I haven't seen him play because I haven't been able to have time to watch basketball, but I think he is what we thought he is. I just don't think, it's going to last just because of his frame.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? I don't know if you got a chance watching basketball yet.
I think he's great defensively. Might be one of the best defenders in the league right now. But I think, to what Matt said, he's like 12 feet tall and weighs about 13 pounds. I don't know how long he'll last in the league.
Billy, what you think? And that's Billy.
Overhyped. Fucking, I don't give a shit about Wemby. Overhyped. Everything is overhyped. I'm over it. He's not good yet.
Yeah.
Is the
that's
most
what I want to say. So last week I said that we were gonna touch on it, but it was so much shit going on in college football and NFL that we didn't. James Harden got his wish again. And he went to the Clippers. The Clippers got James Harden, PJ Tucker, which is better for them defensively, and Philippe Petrus or something.
Whoever the fuck
that is. But the 76ers, I think, probably got better. Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin, 2028 unprotected first, 2 seconds, 2029 pick swap, additional first rounder from OKC, 2026 protected, and they waived Danny Green as a part of the deal. How we feel about that? Because I can tell you right now, the Clippers are 0-2 since James Harden started playing. Actually, since he's been to the team, 0-3, starting with the Lakers loss. And they lost to Brooklyn tonight, and they lost to, I want to say, sorry, John. Sorry, John. Shit. Did you put him up there, Billy?
I didn't yet. I thought you were gonna get it quicker, so I wasn't gonna do it. But
oh man,
the Knicks is who they lost to. And I'm just like, All right. Well, that's what we're doing out here, huh? I don't think
the Lakers.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I just don't think it. I don't think it works. What do you do with Russ? Can't sit Russ down. You can, but Russ is really a floor general now because James Harden came back to be a fucking shooting guard again.
Yep.
Zubac is your center. So in the West, Yoke gonna have a fucking field day with him if they play. If they play the fucking Clippers in the first round of playoffs. So yeah, how you feel about it, Billy?
Again, that was an awful trade. I don't know what the Clippers thought, what they were competing for to send all of that shit for an aging James Harden who couldn't help the league MVP go further in the playoffs. I just don't understand the point of the fucking trade. Are the Clippers better? No.
Yes.
Do we see the Clippers getting any further?
Yes, Billy. They're better than Sixers because the process never processed. Billy, we gotta say that.
No, the Clippers better than the Clippers.
Better. Are they better than the Clippers last year? No.
No.
Can the Clippers go further with James Harden? No.
Nope.
So then what the fuck was the point? That's what I'm saying. Ty Lue, it's going to make – and my thing – and I love Ty Lue. And it's going to make him just look like he doesn't know what's going on. And it's going to be harder for him to get another head coaching job after this one.
If Darvin Ham keep fucking up, Ty Lue will be right next door. Well, not even next door. He'll be right in the same arena coaching the Lakers. Darvin Ham can't put a lineup together to save his fucking life. So that's year one of that. Cool. Y'all got better, play better, or coach better. He still can't do it. I don't know. I don't get it. How you felt about it, Matt? I know you said you ain't had a chance, so you probably didn't give a fuck either way.
I seen the trade. I think, in a weird way, I think both teams got better, but I think the Sixers won. If that makes sense.
The Sixers definitely won, and I'll elaborate after Chris goes and tell you why the Sixers won.
You don't got nothing else, Matt?
No, I mean, I think it was a trade where both teams got better, but the Sixers won by a lot. I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like they got more depth and everything, but
I had kind of three takeaways. The first two are regarding the Clippers, which is why I put their future first in the notes for the show. They don't control their first round pick till 2031. Like, as parts of the deals to get Paul George and now Harden, like, they're so boom or bust right now. If they don't win the title either this year or next year before all the contracts are done, it's a wrap. Like, they're back to being the Sixers before Blake Griffin, where they're 10 wins a year and nobody gives a fuck about them.
Clippers.
Yeah, my bad. I said Clippers. The other takeaway regarding the Clippers is, correct me if I'm wrong, but when both Russ and James was in Houston, didn't they enjoy that season so much together they both immediately requested trades?
Yeah.
How the fuck are they going to play together again while you have two other elite players on the floor? Like, that just don't make any sense to me. And then the other takeaway is regarding the Sixers. I think they won the trade overall, but I'm curious how this affects Embiid. Because even though I think the Sixers got better, like, stars generally want to play with stars. And even if we think James Harden's star is fading rapidly, he's still considered a star in the league. So how does Embiid take that? Is he going to want to stick around and sign a max contract, or is he going to want to dip out too?
Well, so let me raise you, Chris. Embiid, right, with a superstar, not a superstar, but a great team around him, could be the Joker without quote-unquote superstars around him. Now, casual NBA fans don't understand that Jamal Murray's really, really, really good at basketball. But people who watch the NBA understand that Jamal Murray's really good at basketball.
He's out for a month. So
now you could take Philly without James Harden, and does that sound worse? Yes, because James Harden sounds amazing. But in actuality, nothing.
He doesn't win you shit when it comes time to win.
Hmm?
Let me tell you why, Chris. Let me tell you why Joel's gonna be happy. Just nipped in the bud, so I'm gonna stick here. Because now you got Tyrese Maxey, who wanted to go off last year but couldn't because he was shadowed by James Harden. So now you got Tyrese Maxey that's not afraid of the moment at all. He just needed to get the moment. You're more solid defensively. It's really now. This is the only reason why Joel is gonna leave right here. Now the pressure is solely on you because you got all the pieces that you need, like all the pieces. You got everything and every piece. Like, could you be better? Of course, everybody you can get a star in every piece and be amazing. Yep. But you got solid players with
and you can't blame Doc for your losing Game 7 now.
No, you can't. And even though, like I said, Billy's shitting on James Harden, but I'm gonna shit on Joel. James Harden had 8 points. Joel had 14. They both fucked.
It's not like he was just crushing it and James.
Yeah, so it's really on Joel Embiid to show us if the process is really there, which I don't think it is. Of course, he can be MVP, regular season player. That you can do that. Like we've seen that before. But like you said, James Harden don't show up in the playoffs. Joel doesn't either. So. You know, it's a lot of players that don't really show up in the playoffs with that. The in-season tournament is really, really interesting, but the courts are terrible. The Bulls court the other day, I really wanted to throw up on the screen. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's just, I get it, but it's like a shitty design. Like the play, though. I'm not going to lie. The in-season tournament games make it, because I was confused at first. I was like, well, the Lakers are out. They lost to the Magic. They haven't even started yet. So the shit's like on Fridays and Saturdays, I'm guessing. But the games that I watched, the intensity of them is like a fucking playoff game.
It's about money.
Yeah, because given the incentives, if people don't know, it's $500,000 to each player on whatever team takes it home. Well, if you know, once you start getting down to that 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th player,
that's
like, they $500K. What you need me to do, coach? You need me to get Giannis out the game? Some shit like that.
I'll get him checked out of here.
I talk shit about his brother and everything to his face. Man.
He gonna do like KG did to Tim Duncan, tell him Happy Mother's Day after his mom died.
Cold-blooded. Goddamn.
And still got that work.
Love KG.
Yeah, well, KG, he fuck with the wrong person. Timmy ain't gonna say nothing, but he still put on a fucking clinic against KG every time. KG said it too.
Timmy sits there with his 5 fucking rings. KG was a little 1 with a super team, you know?
So I think, how do y'all feel about the end season? I know everybody's saying they ain't got a chance to watch a lot of basketball.
Well, no. So what's crazy to me is I actually kind of like that they're doing something different with the courts. I don't like every one of them. Charlotte's is pretty cool. Boston's was okay.
I like Denver's.
Huh?
I like Denver's.
Denver's was all right, but I hate when teams use the area code. Because it's like, especially in those big cities, for like Dallas, like we have 214, 469, and now we got 682. So it's like we have so many area codes. Like you can't just claim like one and claim it to be Dallas's area code because there's so many. So I hate that. But looking at them, and what's crazy to me is like, because I like that they're doing something different, where it's not just, oh, here's a wooden court, here's a brown court with a logo. Remember how back in the day they used to do the finals logo on the sides, and it looked fucking so sweet. And then they had the big logo with the finals trophy behind it. That shit was fucking tight. They need to go back.
I was about to say, I would like in the finals, I would like to see that old school treated wood that they put out. Like it's darker brown than what it is now. The shit just look like that shit dope. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, it's kind of like, remember, I can't speak for a lot of other teams, but I know the Mavericks were doing it with the Dallas skyline on the court. That was fucking super sweet. And now we got all this added in shit, even though it's like, I don't like it, maybe we could just improve on it for this like quote unquote in-season tournament that I think might be okay. Because at first I was like, oh, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard ever. No one's gonna give a fuck. But with that, and I noticed as I'm looking at these logos in the court, I fucking hate, and maybe I'm alone in this. You guys can help me out. I hate how many NBA teams, their logos are fucking basketballs. That drives me fucking crazy. Imagine NFL teams where their logo is a football. We would all be up in arms. And in the NBA, it's like, oh, the Wizards with the basketball. Like what? Why? The Bucks. I didn't even know that the Bucks, their logo with the actual buck, right, is a fucking basketball in the antlers. It's just pissing me off. The Pacers, the P is a damn basketball. Like, I know this is a basketball team. You don't have to like tell me, hey, this is a basketball team, just in case you didn't know. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
That shit's funny. That's funny. But before we get up out of it, in the NBA, y'all got any early season dislikes, likes about the game, Matt?
No, I haven't. There's been like 5 games. I think there's been 10 games, actually.
What about you, Chris? I know you probably ain't called one game yet.
I don't care about the NBA till Christmas. Let's be completely honest with you. I don't care about this in-season tournament. I don't care about none of it. It means nothing to me.
Oh, respect. What about you, Billy?
I like that the Mavs are playing very, very well, and we think that they're going to go to the finals for some reason. I think it's so funny.
Shout out to Jeff. Is that his name? That's his name?
Chris?
No. On the page, Billy, that keeps telling us that the Mavs are going to the finals.
Yeah, Jeff. Buddy. Maybe that's why I like it, because that's what it was. Somebody was talking shit, and I'm like, the Mavericks with no defensive.
Hey, Jeff, I'm still waiting on you to reply. This is my third time saying third time. Y'all don't get the reference, huh? Third time. Bro, man. Yeah, it's a Martin reference.
Didn't
Jeff,
you climb
I'm
the
waiting.
balcony?
Yeah. Brother man. Bro, man. Jeff, put some money on it, man. put some money on it, Jeff. It ain't even gotta be a big wager. Matter of fact, this is what you do, Jeff. $25 to cover a t-shirt. You pay for a t-shirt, I'll still send a t-shirt. Or just donate. Yeah, just donate, because the Mavs come on, man. Over the Nuggets, Lakers, Warriors, Suns, Kings, the 0-6 Grizzlies, like
Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah, okay. Man, it's been an amazing show from start to finish. Once again, and certainly not least, shout out to Chris Pops. That was real near and dear to me. Glad Chris was able to get that all. We definitely, like I said, man, that's the difference in passion and fucking being a bitch. Sorry. That was Chris was being passionate. Kayla was a bitch. Shout out to Pops. Shout out to Pops. Rest in peace to Grandpa. He's celebrating with the Rangers that's in the sky with him. They probably up there having them a good old time.
Hit us with there we go. That's right.
Sure, it's hard. Matt, what you got going, man? How many people will we putting in the world's finest Navy?
Not enough.
Man, retention is terrible. Chris, what you got going on aside from celebrating? What you got going on? We got any shows to come to or anything?
Nah, we usually take the winter off, so I don't really got nothing going on. Just enjoying the sports world, which at this point is pretty much football. Just can't bring myself to watch regular season basketball.
Just try it.
In November, I can't.
Billy, what's going on, man?
So this is the first time I ever drank too much on this show. I didn't think that was possible, but it is. Love Chris's monologue. I thought that was super awesome. Like, we haven't had a chance to do that on the show yet. I thought that was pretty cool. I want to say a big kind of almost fuck you to Fanatics, because my order of my World Series championship gear is not coming in because I ordered a hoodie that's going to take 3 weeks to get. So they decided when I clicked, oh, just send them all at the same time. I didn't see that. So now my hat and my shirt and my hoodie are all just pushed back to get, and I wanted to wear it on the show. I had to settle for my Polo Bear shirt. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with my Chris gets to get on here and be all flashy with his new stuff, and I'm sitting here the same fucking.
It wasn't supposed to be until Friday now.
Huh?
I woke up and saw that it was on its way today. It wasn't supposed to be here till Friday.
Hopefully I can get my shit sooner. They said, I think mine's like November 31st or November 21st or something. Fuckers.
It's not even cold in Mississippi.
Huh?
It's not even cold down there.
Well, I want the hoodie. I work in a freezer, Tonio.
You're not gonna wear it. You don't wear that shit to the fucking freezer.
Yeah, I do.
Man, you better get you a Carhartt and save that shit for important shit.
That's just $130. I'm not getting a Carhartt.
Carhartt's a fucking
Carhartt, you get a military discount. You get 25% off.
Okay, excuse me. That's $115.
That's not the right math.
Yeah, too much.
Something like that.
For 100, a quarter is 25. So more is more. So.
But I thought it was a great show. What about you, Tonio? You got anything going on this week?
Man, just getting ready to do what I normally do this time of year. It's one of my favorite times when the military actually pays its dividends. It's Veteran Day weekend, and it happens to be on a Saturday where I don't gotta go to work. I'm looking up all the breakfast spots. I'm starting this shit probably 6 a.m. And who got the free grub? You know, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna earn what I earn, man. I done got shot at before. I done got called a black supremacist for being big and black in the military. I'm gonna enjoy myself. So, you know, that's what I got planned on. I'm happy for it. Other than that, man, I'm just excited. Miss my brother Christian. Shout out to Christian. Wasn't gonna forget about you. Make sure you send them pickles in, or you'll get a goose egg. All right. Make sure you send him in. Hopefully he at Toyota right now doing his 3rd interview or something like that.
Bingo.
Respect, shout out to Christian Brett. Hey, it's been an amazing show. It always is. Shout out to the new followers. Y'all keep following us. Keep these watch hours going up. And it's been another episode of Brick Shots with Billy and Antonio. Peace.